3, 2.
Welcome back to Dad Meat Bitch. This is a very special edition of Dad Meat Bitch for our dear friend Merk.
Merk.
What up, Merk?
What up, Merk?
Merk, I got to be honest, man. After reading your email, this opened up a world that I did not know existed, and I cannot wait for Tim to explain it to me.
Oh, no. You don't know about the FGC?
I do not. What do they stand for?
The fighting game community.
Okay.
I think. You know what? I get confused. I'll be honest right now. If I'll learn what letters in a thing mean one time, and then I'll say I know that, and then I'll just repeat that. So I say FGC all the time. I think it's fighting game community, but I'll be honest with you, I could be completely wrong.
I thought it was like mom meat, and like their fans are called fat gay cunts.
Yeah, it might as well be. So Merk said, "Hey Mike, thanks for reaching out, and thanks for the hours upon hours of content you've put." And now let's skip the gay stuff. That is nice of you, Merk, for
Sweet boy.
appreciating that.
Love
stuff.
you, Merk.
We do this specifically for you. He said, "You make the workday more tolerable, and my stoned gaming sessions way more fun." I think the holiest act in entertainment that you can perform is something that guys can have on a second monitor while they're playing video games.
Oh,
that's Divinity. In my mind, that's the closest thing you can become to God in podcasting.
Oh, brother, you're there.
Is putting voices in a guy's ear while he plays a video game that he kind of doesn't even like anymore, but he's already got so much time into it and he's got nothing else to do and he's pretty lonely. To me, anyway, that's how I like to consume content.
That's a wonderful way to look at the world.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. I want to be on your second monitor for the rest of my life, Merk. But he said this request is going to be Tim heavy. Some of my favorite dad meat moments are when Tim gets amped up and does a deep dive about some old and or niche gaming thing to a bewildered Mike. I'd love it if Tim could do a breakdown of Evo moment 37 to Mike. And any other hype gaming moments that may come across his mind. And he included Evo moment 38. So Evo is, I would say, the World Cup for the FGC.
Oh my God.
They run like I don't know, it's a handful of games at the highest level. The biggest names in fighting games come together for a weekend of tournaments, and typically they end up with, you know, some kind of buzz around like the finals, like either a controversy or you know, just play
Sex charges.
Well, they have had to, dude. Do you know what the worst or the most disruptive gaming community there is? If you ask me, I wouldn't observe them as part of the FGC, but the people who play Super Smash Bros. You know Super Smash Bros? Yeah, like Super Mario versus Kirby fighting.
Yep.
These dudes are constantly embroiled.
Yes.
In pretty treacherous controversy, whether it be grooming, both sexual and hygienic.
Whoa.
Yeah, like at the one speedrunning thing, and I think I think this might be a Smash Bros thing. They have the FZE Rule. And the FZE Rule, and I'm going off of my memory right now. I should look this up, but people were walking around these like big in-person events, Febrezing fat, smelly guys.
How did Axe miss out on this, man?
They don't want to be anywhere near it. It's radioactive. The gaming community is fucking absolute real life. It's strictly caffeine soda. It's strictly energy soda. And what else do they pump to these dudes? I don't know, like chatterbait, I guess might be. This is conjecture at this point, but no one wants to be around these fucking weirdos, and they're all like, you know, the top tier guys are making like Twitch money and sponsorship money, but the people, the dregs who consume this shit are like, imagine if I couldn't figure a single thing out. That's the type of people that show up to this stuff.
Oh no.
Imagine if I never found MJ and I looked inward and I focused only on the stuff that really grabs my interest, and I obsessed about it. And maybe I have stable parents who can kind of absorb a son like that and not really, like, I don't end up homeless. Well, some of these guys end up in pretty fucking sketchy. I remember I read a firsthand account of a guy who went to, it was either a speedrunning marathon or a fighting game thing, and he hiked like 3 days to get there. And he got there, smelled like shit, was completely mistreated by everybody. Oh, what the fuck? His name was like Sapir.
That's a smelly man.
Something. And I was on a message board where this guy was posting like Sapir Eld or something like that. Let me see if I can look at. I'm going to spend 2 seconds right now. This dude showed up, was completely. I'm not going to remember this fucking shit. He showed up reeking. And they finally ended up like posting pictures of himself. He looked like a homeless guy. He had matted dreadlocks that looked like a beaver tail coming off the back of his head. And he's acting like, yeah, it's my beaver tail. No big deal. Everyone around, he was a pariah. Everyone around, no one was happy to see this guy. Like no one liked his story that he hiked through the California desert to get there. He fucking, anyway.
Now, is he a pariah in personality or stink?
I think both. I think him showing up and just like, what, man? I'm on like a fucking epic quest. People were just like, you fucking smell and you're weird. And your hair is bothering everybody. And he was even just like he put up a video of him flapping this beaver tail and it was just matted, disgusting white hippie dreadlocks. A single lock coming off the back of his head. Truly reprehensible stuff.
Merk, please let us know in the comments if you have a haircut similar or if you have ever been to one of these events.
Yeah. You didn't include it in here, but are you fucking disgusting? Are you disgusting like I would be? Or are you like me where someone threw you a lifeline? You got a life preserver in the form of a woman who's going to give you regular pussy until you die.
God, man.
We should all be so lucky.
Oh my God.
So anyway, I love this stuff. I love playing fighting video games. Everyone knows this about me. I don't. These are not revelations, but I probably peaked competitively when Street Fighter 4 came out, and MJ was pregnant with our first child. So this is over 16 years ago.
Oh man.
Whoa.
I know, baby.
I was going to and I've talked about this briefly before, but I was going to there's a kind of a bootleg arcade in University City, and it's kind of where the college campuses meet the hoods of West Philly.
Yeah.
And so what you had was, and this is part of what I really love about the fighting game stuff, is it was autistic white dudes and hood black dudes on a level playing field, and supervised by
the police,
a potentially unhinged Korean guy that owned the place.
Oh,
that's the missing ingredient. If we could fix race relations by giving more power to crazy Korean guys, because they sort of set up a daycare situation where no one's gonna get hurt. Like I never saw a fight. I was going every weekend. I was getting up on like Saturday morning. I was going to the arcade, and I had like an allowance for myself to play arcade games. I was playing Street Fighter 4 against dorks and homies. And I never once saw a fight. And bro, these guys are fighting with essentially if they were in the video game with their own life on the line. That's how hard they're going against each other. And there's razzle dazzle. There's pomp and circumstance. Like it's not a quiet morning.
Are guys bringing their own snacks to this?
Yeah, a lot of chips. No one's meal prepping for FGC. These dudes are eating scraps. They're bringing like a Pop-Tart in a Ziploc bag and maybe like an opened bottle of soda.
Do you think it would blow everybody's minds if at one point a guy was playing and a girlfriend was feeding him a sandwich?
That would be seen as like almost a gimmick, but it's not outside of the realm of possibility, dude. These guys get disgusting gamer girlfriends, to be sure.
Okay.
Like fat girls, bad makeup girls, smelly girls, like cutter girls, girls, dead dads. That kind of thing. Those women gravitate toward the nerd guys, and the nerd guys are so desperate for pussy that I constantly go back to the example of Alex Honnold.
Yeah,
the climbing guy.
He fell because of his girlfriend.
Guy got a girlfriend and broke his spine instantly. So it's like, and I had a pregnant girlfriend at home. So maybe I'm not the best I could be, but I'm in the mix. I'm getting wins here and there. We went to a bunch of us met up at a GameStop, had like a Street Fighter tournament. I got fucked up by a dork there pretty bad. But
did he rub it in your face?
No, that was a little bit more corporate. That was like, there's N1 and then there's, college basketball. This was a little bit more college basketball. But I'll give you an example of what I mean by the level playing field. So this is at the highest level, and this is kind of a. Before I get to the moments you asked about, Merk, I'm sure you're familiar with this, by the way. This is Street Fighter 4. This is Low Tier God versus Viscant. Low Tier God is a jacked black dude. He should be playing sports. It's actually stupid that he's playing video games. He should be doing sports. Or like he almost reminds me of like who's the black martial arts movie guy? Not Wesley Snipes. Not Wesley Snipes. Newer. Michael Jai White. Oh, he reminds me of Michael Jai White. And the fact that he's showing up to smelly gaming events with guys who white nerds have a specific type of polo shirt that they wear where it's not soft. It's almost like
I know exactly.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. And those, it's like
scratchy
Indian dad polo shirts. And those things aren't great with aromas. They seem to only hold the bad ones. And maybe these guys aren't producing good aromas, but the pheromones are off, and the shirt is almost like plugging it into an amplifier. And so Low Tier God shows up smooth, but I'll just show you. This is so. I want to show you, and I'm not going to watch this whole video. I'm just going to give you a little bit of who these guys are, and I'll let you make your own distinctions.
Whoever you are, you're a bitch.
This is Viscant.
Whoa.
Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt. Look at, your teeth and your eyes tell you a story. And your body is screaming out. Look at the, remember when, what was the kid in Terminator 2?
Edward Furlong.
Remember Edward Furlong, present day? It's this. You're never sleeping. You're not supplementing your body with anything nutritious, and you're also not getting any physical activity. You're sitting with your spine curved in front of a monitor all day, destroying your wrists on a gamepad.
Now, is sixth grade picture day hair recurring theme here?
Yeah, oh, dude. Yeah, this guy's obviously an organizer holding the microphone. Look at the coif. That's great. Yeah. Oh my God. I had picture day in second grade. And this was probably toward the beginning of my mother neglecting me, but my grandmother got me ready for school, and she didn't typically do that, and it was picture day, and I went to school with the most fucked up hair ever.
Oh no, man!
This was me, second grade, picture day, and they really gave my grandmother a hard time, but it's like, yeah, she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean you could almost feed this image to an AI doctor, and it would just hand you nothing but diagnoses. But he's good at video games.
What's his game?
He's playing Street Fighter 4, and this is against Low Tier God, and I'll show you Low Tier God in a second here.
Whoa!
This is Low Tier God.
All right, he's already frying him.
He's 6'4", and.
So it's simple. It's Charles Manson, anything you could think of.
Charles
This dude
Manson
looks like a fucking zombie out of The Walking Dead. Then he comes here dressed like he got his outfit out of fucking Target.
Yeah.
So as simple as that, I made a video. The first guy I could think of.
Get him in the shot. Get him in the shot.
Single was Viscant.
Viscant.
This dude looks like he lives in his basement. He looks
Wait, was that chapstick application?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's staring directly at his lips. But again, look, a fucking diverse crowd here, girl.
Whoa, girlfriend alert. Whoop, whoop. Fat Indian guy right behind him.
Fat Indian guy right behind him. Black dorks. Asian guys just happy to not be the biggest target for once.
Polynesian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at this guy.
Oh my God, look at the giant in the background, Tim.
Yeah, he and possible terrorist or Latino. But it's a melting pot of melting bodies. And so, look, I'm setting up the beef here. So this is a grudge match on Wednesday night fights.
never get sun. He could possibly be a fucking vampire. So after that, he goes on Twitter. He starts e-thugging. You don't know me. As simple as that. You could call me a bitch online all you want, but in real life, this isn't a fucking game. As simple as that. You say it to my face right now.
All right.
Well, you did. You said it right to him, Tim.
Bro, this is FGC. Do you understand me? We need impartial minorities refereeing black and white tension, because I promise you this doesn't go how you expect.
All right.
Man, I give him all the credit in the world because this isn't going the way that I thought it was going to go.
Already, right? Look at this guy. Like, look at his arms, man. Pythons. So, all right. They're setting up the grudge match.
And man, this Indian guy is wet.
Oh, bro. I know. It smells crazy in there. There's probably dewdrops, mountain dewdrops forming on the drop ceiling tiles that if you were to collect would be some of the densest fluids on the planet. Okay. So let's get into. I'll show you a little bit of the action. This is Street Fighter 4. This is one of my favorite games ever. This is Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Maybe he didn't have a charge.
We've got Viscant playing as M. Bison and Low Tier God playing as Relento, who typically I consider like a cheap character. He's holding a weapon, by the way. Look at this.
Flame.
I don't respect. Yeah, flames are one thing, but your body makes those. This guy's carrying a fucking weapon. I think that's just disgusting. And he like throws grenades and stuff. I won't bore you with the actual match, but let's just look. This is an hour long. There's a lot of back and forth here. These guys are in the fucking mix together. Let's see if they have any face reaction shots while they're playing. Let's see.
Oh my God! He should have done the devil's reverse right there, or at least a teleport.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
They are locked in.
There. Right.
And let's not forget, dude. If this was taking place in a zoo, Low Tier God breaks his neck. We wouldn't even. If I was Low Tier God and I showed up to this, we wouldn't even play the game. I would pull your arms off like I was Chewbacca.
Now, one of the things that stands out about that scene that you had just played is something significant happened, but I couldn't tell who was the victor and who's the loser there.
And I that's them being stoic. You know, you don't in the middle of the match. Sometimes you'll see guys stand up and like take a lap, like "What's up?" But you're not playing one match. You're not. They're playing a series. You're playing a best of 5 like 3 times, I think, or something like that. That's why this is an hour long. I'll spare you the details. It'll probably. I'm not going to say it's going to be lost on you, but we only have 15 minutes here, and I don't want to waste time. This is the conclusion. I'm going to go right to the conclusion for you. So I've set it up for you. It's a grudge match. It's contentious. It's an hour long. There's back and forth moments, okay? I think this is the finish.
Oh, my God. I'm nervous for him.
For who?
For Viscant.
For the vampire?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, this is the final match.
Merk, great call on this, by the way, brother. This is...
Merk,
it's got me... I feel like I'm developing a sweat right now waiting for what's about to happen.
Thank you very much. I mean, it's nothing explosive, but I am illustrating something, okay? So, look, again, Low Tier God is the lady down here, Rose, and Viscant is Blanca, who can be just an extraordinarily frustrating character to play against. He doesn't have any fireballs, but he can launch them. You know, Blanca, you played in arcades.
I'm aware of him, yeah.
He rolls
Harry
at you.
Shins.
Yeah. A true Brazilian guy that they dressed up as a monster and didn't change anything about his personality. Here we go.
That is ladies and gentlemen, this is it. He's going to Ultra 2 and land. There's Ultra 2. Oh, he doesn't have Ultra. I'm sorry.
Rose is on no health.
That's it.
And Viscant wraps it up.
He is popping off right now. He is popping off.
That's the final. Viscant takes it.
Why would we shake hands?
We do not shake hands in grudge matches. Wow.
Wait, they bring their own joysticks?
Oh, Michael. Oh, Michael. You're telling me you've got everything on the line. You're going to show up and you're going to...
Yeah, fair point.
Here's the controller the last guy was using. There's green film around the edges of the buttons. Every controller you've ever used, you can feel the difference. I have 2 PlayStation 5 controllers. I can't tell them apart from across the room, but the second I pick one up, I know which one I prefer to use.
It's a child's cry. You're their mother.
Exactly, dude.
Right.
It's got your... You know how they say a woman keeps some of the DNA of every man she's ever had sex with?
I have not heard that, but...
Women absorb the DNA of every man they ever have sex with. Controllers, I think, are exactly the same as women.
Oh, my God.
In every single way. So...
All right, I'm going to have my wife take a bath when I get in.
These guys are making custom controllers. These guys, there's specific rules about what you can build into it. I mean, this is its own branch of philosophy that's obviously in a closet somewhere. No one ever needs to see it, but it's a thing.
All right, man.
Okay, so Viscant wraps it up in the final. Let's see the post game.
Crowd, people are coming up.
I'm sorry, I love this stuff.
I can tell, man.
Now, Jay,
Okay, here we
listen
go.
to me carefully. Before we toss it to Vi, please make sure, Jay, you answer all of these correctly.
All right. And here is your winner. Give it up to San Diego's Viscant. Look, I played like trash, but look, let me tell you why I got so mad at you. No. This is real. This is real. This is real.
This is the quietest the black guy's ever been, by the way.
In my spare time, I work 2 jobs, but what I do in my spare time, I volunteer with Father Joe. So what that is in San Diego, that's a homeless outreach. I help people get off of drugs. That's what I do in my spare time. So you saying that all I do is play video games? You saying that I'm on meth, that I do drugs? No, seriously. Fuck that. That's bullshit.
And he's cooking?
That's what I do in my spare time.
Let him warm up.
Look, I got one more thing to say. So, there's going to come a point when you forget about what happened, and you're going to want to come back at me. And you're going to want to wash the taste of my dick out of your mouth.
Oh my God, man. Oh, man, what a smelly penis.
Bro.
So what I'm telling you then is, look, one thing you said on Twitter, that was right. I am too old to be playing with a child. So what I want you to do is go back to the McDonald's that you work at, ask your boss to give you some overtime, and then come back and play me for more money, because this was kid stuff. And I'm done. No, that's it. I got nothing more to say to you. We're done. You and me, we're done.
Bro, imagine. He's so wet. Imagine this conversation on the bus.
Dude, it's the level of insanity and the level of balls it takes to get for one man to make an Indian man smile like that.
Oh, yes, my friend. Oh, washing the penis test, my friend. Yes, sir, you will wash his penis, my good friend, sir. Yes, wash his penis. Why don't you wash the taste of a penis up in your mouth? Imagine feeling that, man. Bro, put yourself in his shoes. And he's going for broke. He does know that this guy might snap and dive across, past fucking senior video games and punch him one time and kill him.
You could feel the frog in his throat.
He's ready to die. Mm-hmm. He's
very honorable.
Imagine picking up your sword and leaving your family behind because it's time to defend the castle walls. Mm-hmm. You go, I'm ready to lay down my fucking life. He did that for winning at Street Fighter 4.
I have the utmost respect for him, man.
I don't know how he's doing now, if he's alive or dead, but for one moment, man, he popped the fuck off.
He looks like Jonas is whipping his ass pretty bad.
There's nothing going right biologically for him. But, I just can't. I can't stand looking at this guy. This poor fellow, man. He went in there and said, if I die today, it's for a reason. And if I live, I can't wait to tell my fucking Tamagotchi's children about this. I can't wait to load up Seaman on Dreamcast when I get home and tell the fish about this story.
Dude, do you think there are any women in his life that he was happy to return to and say that, sweetheart, I've defeated low tier God?
Maybe a dying grandmother.
Okay.
Aside from that, like girls he works with, probably the homeless women that he does outreach to. A woman is dying of like a blood infection and he's handing her a cheese sandwich. He's like, yeah. And then I said, wash my penis out of your mouth.
Street Fighter, but do you guys have any clean needles?
He's narcanning a woman in San Diego.
Just to tell her more.
Yeah, he's keeping a woman alive. Yeah, she's basically my girlfriend. Oh, I haven't really asked her out yet. I'm waiting until she kind of is awake for more than 5 minutes. But I think this is my end, dude. Yeah. She hates black people pretty bad.
Yeah, they said you're not actually supposed to do mouth-to-mouth on people that you're narcanning. But I do it anyway because
I do mouth-to-mouth.
Sure.
I start with mouth-to-mouth on everybody. And I think that's just for my benefit and theirs. So that's one of my favorite gaming moments to show people if they don't know what's really going on.
Jesus Christ, man.
Now, let me hit you with I got 2 things I want to show you. Well, this is the first thing he mentioned. This is Evo moment 37. Now, this there's not really there may be some racism on the back end.
I love it already, man.
Teeth into. We're going back a game. Now we're going back to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. This I didn't get as into Street Fighter 3 at the time as I could because I had a girlfriend for the first time in my like life. So I was getting a little bit of pussy at the time. And so Street Fighter 3 I didn't get as good at as I should have. Okay. I snuck in some, but what you need to understand is in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, you can choose to you can block attacks in fighting games, right?
Yeah, so
yeah. You block attacks, but when you block an attack, it does still take a little sliver of your life. You know, you're familiar. It's called chip damage.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so if you're losing and you're low on health, you can't just shell up and block. It's almost like real fighting because you're still absorbing some of that. So they're throwing fireballs, they're kicking. Even if you block everything, eventually you're going to die.
Okay.
In Street Fighter 3, they invent a mechanic called a parry. So instead of holding back to block, what I can do is I can perfectly time your attack. And I know your attack's coming. If I tap toward you for the split second where that attack is connecting, I flash and I completely absorb it. And I think they even do like a cool pose too.
Oh, that's nice.
It's powerful stuff. It builds momentum. It also demoralizes them because if they think that they're nailing you with something and then it's like psych, nah, flash, and they completely absorb it, it's like, oh fuck. And not only that, now I'm kind of open to counterattack again, like real fighting. Okay, so we're going to Evo moment 30.
I don't want to leave these two, man.
I know. Maybe I should have finished with this, but I wanted to kind of build into FGC for you.
Okay.
Now, this is Evo moment 37. This is considered, I think this is, majority of people would say this is the greatest fighting game moment of all time. This is 2004. This is 20 years ago, dude.
Did Lemaire speak about this on it?
Lemaire did I think an oral presentations on this.
Yes.
Which I didn't get to. I don't know if did you get to see?
Yeah,
it in person?
I did. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
right,
you're going to be
that's
vaguely familiar with it. My brain works better than Lemaire's though, so maybe we can go further.
All right, yeah, now it's coming back. All right, so I do remember there were random dudes in the audience who were clearly fully aware of this, that as Lemaire was introducing slide by slide, they were standing up and cheering.
Did he show the video or just slides?
I don't know if I remember the video, but I do remember him describing the build up to this.
All right, cool. So I'm going to show you video now. I told you about the parry thing.
Yes.
Now, you parry one attack, that's cool. You launch your counter attack. Let's say someone's doing a combo, like you could do like a super move, and some of those super moves are like bop, 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 right? Maybe you could parry a couple in a row, but you have to perfectly time tapping the joystick forward. So it becomes, 1 is hard, 2 in a row, difficult, 3 in a row, it's like, wow, you really got away with something there. Chun-Li's super move, Chun-Li does, she does the kick, the 100 feet kicking thing.
Yep.
She does a super where it's like that in a sequence, and you're looking at like 20 hits coming your way, and you can block them, but you can't, if you block it, you don't stop her. She still goes bop, 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 bop. We're in the finals. I believe it's the finals of Daigo versus Justin Wong.
Do you have a horse in the race?
This is the kind of thing where it's like George St. Pierre versus Anderson Silva. You go, I'm just lucky to see the two best going at it. And they're both Asian, so it's like tough to, I think they might even both be Japanese.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it kind of level playing field, racism wise. They're in the middle. This is the top of at the time, but 2004. We don't have as much internet back then. We've got message boards. I think we're before YouTube at this point.
Oh my god.
Maybe. It doesn't matter. Evo is still the biggest thing in the world. At this point, it is the biggest thing in the world because there's less opportunity for people to organize online. This is in person, the two best playing, one of the most revered fighting games of all time. It couldn't be bigger stakes. And I think Daigo is down. His health bar is down. He's about to lose. And Justin Wong, I think he hits him with the ultimate. And I'll let this play out. So go ahead.
Merk, just so you know, when Tim read this email, I could almost see his eyes rolling into the back of his head like the fucking Undertaker.
Yeah, this stuff makes me really happy. I'm sorry. So, there we go. I'm gonna let it go to the video. Ken and Chun-Li.
Yes.
Daigo's Ken. Justin Wong is Chun-Li. Here we go.
Angry.
Okay, here we go. All right, Ken, health almost down. They've each got one win. This is the win to end the match, right? The V right here. That means I won a round, you won a round. This is round 3. Winner wins. Okay.
Oh my god.
Ken's way down on health. Chun-Li looking pretty fucking comfy. And you can see their super meters down here are filling up. And I'll here we go.
Justin's turtle style. Overcome Rao. Now on the verge of putting Daigo down. 1-0.
All right, so it's not the final round, but it is. This is for the whole match. This is for this match. Parry, tap, tap. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Incredible, man.
He has his health to the point where even if Ken decides to look, we call this a pixel. He's got a pixel of health. You think, I already killed him, he should be dead. But sometimes in the game, that's enough health to survive, okay? And we accept that. We don't get mad about it. We don't go, it's a glitch. We go, that's an acceptable amount of health. He launches this. If any of these get blocked, the game is over. Tap, 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 throw, 5, 6. Hold on, let me count them real quick. I'm sorry, and I'm dragging this out, but I need to count these. Sorry. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. One of them is in the air, dude.
Now, from your expert opinion, level of difficulty between 1 through 10, what is that he just did?
If you gave me a month to prepare to execute this in this, and all I had to do was work on this, I wouldn't get close. I would maybe catch the first one. And I know that's not saying much, but look, here's what this is the part that's really mind-blowing. Aside from him timing each of those perfectly, and also your timing gets disrupted because there's a slight pause when he parries. Instead of it just being bop, 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 it goes bop, pause, bop, pause, bop. So you have to have this perfectly mapped through your neural pathways. He jumps in the middle of the flurry because Ken's nice combo starts with him jumping. So he jumps, parries yet another one in the air. Check this out. He starts his combo, bam!
Incredible, man.
And finishes her off. It is the greatest gaming moment ever recorded. Look at how fucking packed this place is. I know it smelled crazy in there.
Has there ever been a documentary made about this moment?
On YouTube, I would say there's probably an entire genre that's just guys talking. Like, I want to take a quick minute to thank our sponsors, NordVPN. Now, let's get back into it, guys. And it's an hour long, and they're only talking about this moment. Now, let me show you the two guys who were playing for this. And I realize I've taken us way over time, but
brother, we're having fun.
This
man.
is so nice. Ready? Here's the homies. These are your titans of sport.
Now, who was the one that pulled it off?
This is Daigo on the left.
Yes.
Who he looks like he would be in. You ever hear about like a hype Asian movie that comes to America and you have to see it? That's what every character looks like.
Yep. And he looks like a Rego man.
Yeah, and this guy is kind of cherubic. I mean, this is as soft as features get on Japanese guys. And I think he took the L here, and Daigo kind of, I think, cemented his spot as the greatest of all time.
Incredible, man.
And that's Evo moment 38, dude. And we all look back at this, and like they've revisited it. People try to recreate it. It's like this was it. This was the pinnacle. This is the moment that all their moments try to match.
Now, how did he take that loss? Gracious.
My understanding is Justin Wong went more, these days he's more into content creation. He has like the expertise of a former player. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like you get on the desk of NBA Tonight or whatever like that.
Yeah.
It's like Barkley sitting on the desk basically. Or Shaq or whatever. And he's revered and he does great. And I think Daigo, I don't think is quite as public. You have to kind of dig for him. And then that's not to say that it's never, we're not at that level still. You're never going to recreate the impact of the moment that started this kind of like thing. But here's one from this year that same game, except now a guy is playing as Hugo, who, if I'm not mistaken, so Hugo's like a giant character, slow, but if he gets a hold of you, that kind of thing. But he's not seen quite as like competitive as a character for like the highest levels. And now he's getting his ass beat by Ken, and I'll let you watch this one. So he's getting, you know, Hugo's way down in health. He doesn't move as great. Tap, 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 dope, boop.
Jeez Louise, man.
Clears that one and finishes him off. I mean, but look at the production value, dude. They're in the fucking Coliseum. And that's a squirrely little Asian guy versus it looks like a Queens or maybe even Bronx bro.
That's devastating to happen on that kind of a stage. Oh, look at the scooter on the stage. My God.
That might be a sponsor. Yeah, it's tough to tell from this guy's chair. That might be like a biomechanical thing, and he's crippled. But regardless, man, yeah, these moments of whimsy are still happening, and nerds like me and Merk are still paying attention.
Merk, what a choice of topics, man.
Yeah, I hope we're way over time. I'm so sorry to do that. But I hope you know, we touched on some of the stuff that you were thinking about when you reached out to us, but I just want to thank you for giving the opportunity for me to autism dump on my best buddy like this.
Merk, I just want to thank you because all of it entertaining, but watching Viscant tell that guy that he's going to have a hard time getting the taste of his dick out of his mouth might have been the greatest dork own I have ever seen.
To me, that's my moment 37. Moment, you know, a lot of people's moment 37 is Ken parrying, what was it, 13 hits from Chun-Li in a row. Mine is Viscant getting to pop off at a guy who would seriously just probably unscrew his head and pull it off like a soda cap.
Yeah.
But that's for you. That's for you, Merk. That's just thank you for reaching out, man.
Merk, you're the fucking best, dude. Thank you for that.
Appreciate you, buddy, and we'll see you later on. We'll see you on the internet. Bye, buddy.